Do you feel like the fear of failure is keeping you stuck? Are you afraid that if something goes wrong, everyone will see it and judge you? Or maybe you feel like failing means you're not good enough? If you answered yes to any of those questions, this video is for you, because together we are going to clear this fear today using scientifically backed method called EFT Tapping. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kat and I'm your favorite tapping expert. I have been using this method since 2015 and working with it since 2021. Are you ready to give it a try? Let's get started. I invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in. And think of the action that you are wanting to take. And say out loud, I'm afraid I will fail. And rate the truth of that statement on a scale from 0 to 10, where 10 is true. And notice what else you feel. Any other thoughts, emotions, or feelings coming up? Do you feel any physical sensations? And I invite you to start tapping on the side of your hand, karate choke point.
Remember, the more specific your tapping is, the more effective. Don't be afraid to change my sentences to make them more suitable for you. Use specific names, add, clarify, repeat something that really appealed to you, etc. These videos are just an example. The more specific rounds you create, the better are your results. Remember that your gold lies in a specific tapping.
Do what I do and say what I say where appropriate. Even though I'm afraid of failing, I choose to accept how I feel right now. Even though I feel this overwhelming fear that I won't succeed, I choose to accept how I feel right now. Even though I'm really scared that failure will define me, I choose to accept how I feel, and I'm open to seeing things differently. And let's move to the eyebrow point. I feel this fear inside me. What if I fail? I am scared that everyone will see it. I feel so much pressure to get it perfect. I'm afraid that failing means I'm not good enough. And so this fear is holding me back from taking action. I feel like I cannot make a mistake, and it feels so heavy. It feels like failure would be the end of the world. I keep thinking of what others will say about me and my failure. I feel like I really cannot afford to mess this up, so it's better not to start. I am full of doubts that I am not good enough to complete this. And I don't know how I would cope if I failed. I feel so much shame just thinking about failing this. This fear is paralyzing me from taking action. All this fear that I feel about taking action. I am so worried that I will fail and that will make me a failure. I am absolutely terrified, paralyzed, and it's stopping me from taking action. And on this next round, I invite you to use your own words to describe exactly how you are feeling. What is the project that you want to take? And what's the fear of failure about? Just tell me, imagine that I'm your friend or your therapist, and you're telling me what you want to do and why are you worried it's not going to work. Keep going at the same points as I do and keep telling me. What are your thoughts? What other people are going to say about you? And also notice if there are any physical sensations when you talk about it, and if so, please give them a voice. Tell me what you're feeling in your body. Keep going. Move to the top of the head and let's take a deep breath in together. No wonder I'm so scared and putting so much pressure on myself. Everyone experiences failure at some point in their life. But how about I redefine the meaning of failure? Failure isn't the end, it's feedback for growth. Each time I fail, it's a proof that I dared to try. Failing means I'm learning what doesn't work. And each person's success is built on many bricks of failure. Failure is just a plot twist, not the final. Life is imperfect, and that's completely okay. I do not need to be perfect to be worthy, enough, and lovable. Failure doesn't define who I am in the slightest. I can allow myself to make mistakes. Maybe failure is just a part of learning. And I'm choosing to trust myself a bit more. I'm choosing to let go of this fear of failure. I'm letting this fear go from every cell in my body. And I'm letting this fear go from every situation in my past. When I tried something and it didn't work and it made me feel like a failure. It is safe to let this fear go. I choose to believe in myself even if it doesn't always work out. I allow myself to learn from my own mistakes and mistakes of others. Failure isn't the end, it's a step forward towards success. And I am enough just as I am, no matter the outcome. I am safe even if things don't go perfectly or if I fail. I choose to love and accept myself anyway. I am ready to try, even if I don't know what will happen. I'm choosing to feel the fear and do it anyway. It is safe to believe in myself and take bold action. Maybe my failure will make a great story to tell later. It might be a funny story or a really inspiring story. I'm choosing to be open to the lessons life has to offer. And I choose to know that it's safe to take this action and I'm ready to do it. And you can stop tapping, close your eyes, take a breath in. And again, thinking about this action or project, say, I'm afraid I will fail. Rate it 0 to 10. Notice what changed. I hope you feel a lot calmer, a lot more inspired, connected with your inner courage to go and take that action. But if you feel like you want to look at this issue from a different way, I highly recommend that video from Brad Yates, one of my favorite EFT tapping practitioners and the guy who inspired me to become a practitioner myself. And if during that tapping you realize that you might also be afraid of success, check this video out.